Hi guys, I hope you are doing well. This is part 2 of Python Pandas. In this lecture, we are going to talk about Pandas data structure, which is series and data frame. To watch this session, I will recommend to watch the previous session of Pandas. In that session, we have seen what is Pandas and its features and what we can do with the help of Pandas and why Pandas is most preferred tool for data scientists and analysts to do data manipulation and data analysis. Okay. So guys, there are two types of Pandas data structure, which is series and data frame. So first we will talk on series data structure. So guys, series is the data structure of pandas and series is the nothing. It's a column of a data frame. And series is a one-dimensional labeled array that can hold any data type such as integer, floats, and string. Look at this figure. I have a two series which is employee ID and employee name. Against this series, I have an index. And with the help of this series, we can make our data frame. Okay. So what is the data frame? Data frame is a nothing. It's the combination of series and index. For an example, look at this Excel data. Here column represent the Panda series and series having its own index. Fine. In the same way, what is the data frame? Data frame is a nothing. It's the combination of rows and columns. Fine. Now let me go to the Jupyter notebook and explore how we can create the series and data frame. So guys, first of all, we need to import the library, which is pandas. If you have not installed the pandas library, you can install by using this command, pip install pandas. So I have already installed in my machine. That's why I'm getting the message requirement already satisfied. Okay. Now let me import the library, which is pandas. So import pandas, and I'm going to create a alias name, which is PD. PD means pandas. Now the question is how we can create a series in pandas. So guys, I am taking a variable which is s and equal to pd dot series. And here you can supply the columns data, or you can say that series data. Now when I'm going to hitting the shift and enter, and now you will check the type of s, then you will have pandas series. Okay. Now let me check the length of our series, which is len and s. I have four data, which is India, Australia, New Zealand, US. Now let me print the series. So guys, here 0, 1, 2, 3 is the axis label for the data, which referred to as index. Okay. And length of our index must be same as length of our data. You can see that our length of data, which is 4, and I have also the series, which is 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. Fine. And here you can see that we are not passing any index. Okay, so default index will be created automatically and it will start from 0 and whatever the length of data minus 1. Okay, so guys, I'm repeating myself once again. The default index will start from 0. Now the question is it possible to have own index in series? Yes, it is possible. Then how we can do that? Let me copy this entire line. And here we can define our own index, which is A, B, and D. And now let me print the. So earlier we are not passing any index. That's why it is giving me 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is default index. And here I am passing my own index, which is A, B, C, and D. This one. Fine. And here you can see that we are taking the data in the form of character and string. That's why it is showing me the data type in the form of objects. So guys, object represent string data types. Fine. Now let's take another example to create a series. So guys, here you can see that I have a country and cost in the form of list data structure. So guys, from these two lists, how we can create a panda series. Now I am taking a variable which is sales equal to pd.series, and here I'm going to pass the cost and I'm going to pass our index which is country. Now let me print the sales. So guys, here I have passed the country as an index and the cost in the form of series data, which is integer 64. So guys, I hope you understood how we can create a series from the list data structure, and in the same way we can create a series with the help of tuple data structure. Now I am taking a tuple which is country and sales. From the country and sales, we can create a series which is very simple, which is pd.series. And here you can pass your sales and index equal to country. Fine. And from the dictionary also, we can create a series. Let's say this is my data. And from this dictionary data, we can create our series, which is pd.series. And here we can pass data. Fine. So by default, dictionary keys will created as a index of that series, and whatever the values you have, that will create as a pandas series value. So guys, I hope you understood the concept of pandas series in high level of details. Now let's talk about the pandas data frame. So guys, I am sure everybody familiar with Microsoft Excel or spreadsheet. So spreadsheet is a nothing, it's a combination of rows and column. And in the same way, data frame is also the combination of rows and column. It means spreadsheet and data frame both are same in terms of showing and storing the data. Now let's take an example how we can create pandas data frame. So here I have employee data dictionary. Okay, so this is a nothing, this is the dictionary data structure. So the question is how we can create a pandas data frame from this dictionary. So first of all, let me tell you what is the data frame. So guys, here this is the parameter list. So guys, you can read the docker string, two-dimensional, size mutable, potentially heterogeneous tabular data. And data structure also contains a labeled axis, which is rows and column. Okay, and this is the main data. You can store any kind of data frame here. Now let me create a data frame. So guys, I am taking a variable which is employee DB, and here pd dot data frame, and here you can pass the dictionary name which is employee data. Now let me run the employee data. So here you can see that when you are going to create a data frame from dictionary, then all the dictionary keys will be converted to columns name, and dictionary keys value will be converted in columns data. Fine. So in my employee data dictionary, we have four keys, which is ID, name, age, and city. And these key converted in columns of pandas data frame. Fine. And this is my the columns data. And here we are not passing any index. So index will be assigned by default. In case you want to change, then you can change it. Let's say, let me copy this. And here we can pass our index equal to A, B, and C. Now let me run this. Employee DB. So guys, here you can pass your index in the form of other data structure as well. But your index count and rows count should be same. Otherwise, we will have an error. Okay. Now let's take another example. Let's say I'm taking a variable which is my dictionary. Let's say here name, which is Daniel, and age, which is 31. Now from this dictionary, I'm going to create a data frame. So simple pd.data_frame, and here I am passing my dictionary. So guys, here I am getting error. If using all scalar values, you must pass an index. What it means? So you can see that when I'm going to create a data frame here, I was not passing any index. But here, if I'm not passing any index, that's why I'm getting error. So guys, it means if we have a single value, then we need to pass an index. So you can see that I have a single value against the name and against the age as well. Okay. But here I have multiple value against the ID, name, age, and city. So in case you are going to create your dictionary from the scalar value, you must pass an index. So here we can pass our index. So index equal to this one. Fine. Or the another way is you can take this one, and all the scalar value you need to store in data structure. It could be anything, list, set, and tuple. And from this, you can create pd.data_frame, which is my dictionary, which is also fine. Now, another example from the dictionary. So simple, how we can create a data frame. Let's say I'm taking a variable which is employee and pd dot data frame, and here you can pass your dictionary name, which is my dictionary, and let me print the employee. All the dictionary keys converted to the columns of a data frame, which is name and age and salary, and the same way the keys value created as a columns data, or you can say that series data. So guys, now the question is how we can create a empty data frame, and then we need to add rows and column. Now I am taking a variable which is df. Df is a nothing, is the abbreviation form of data frame. So you can take any name of the variable, so which is pd and data frame. Now I am checking the type of df, so it is giving me a data frame. Now let me run this. So we have a empty data frame, or when you print the df, then you will have a empty data frame, columns are nothing and index are nothing. So guys, you can say that data frame is a nothing, is the combination of index and columns. Index basically represent to the rows. So guys, now the question is how we can insert the column in the data frame. So let me take this column data where I have ID, employee, salary and experience. Okay. Now I am taking a variable which is df. This variable I am taking, and now pd dot data frame, and here I am going to pass columns equal to column data. Now let me print the df. So guys, here you can see that I have a blank template, or you can say that blank data frame, where I have 4 columns, which is ID, employee, salary and experience. Now the question is how we can add rows. So here df equal to df dot append. So guys, using the append, we can insert our rows. So here I am taking a dictionary. Let's say, first of all, I am passing my ID, which is 101. Fine. And the same way I am passing my employee, which is Mark, and salary, which is, it could be anything, and experience. Fine. Now let me run this. So guys, what is happening here? We are getting the type error, can only append a dictionary if ignore index equal to true. For an example, if you are appending the data in the form of dictionary, then you need to pass ignore index equal to true. So let me copy this. Now let me run once again. So you can see that I have successfully inserted a row. And in the same way, let me copy this once again, and you can change the details. Let's say 102, and here Daniel, salary is 30,000, experience is 5 years. Fine. So guys, here we have added 2 rows successfully, and in the same way you can add more rows as per your requirement. Fine. Now let's take another example from the list data structure, how we can create the data frame. Once again, I am taking a variable which is df equal to pd dot data frame. Now our data frame is blank. Fine. Now how we can append the columns to the empty data frame. So guys, I am taking the data frame name which is df1, and here I am passing ID, and this is my the ID which is 1, 2 and 3, and df1 in the form of employee. Employee I am passing once again which is A and B and C. Now I am taking another column name which is salary, and here you can pass the salary. It could be anything. You can change it as per your requirement, and it has to be df1. And now df1, the last I am taking the experience. Fine. Now let me print the df1. Okay. So with the help of list data structure, we can also create our data frame. And in the same way, you can pass the set and you can pass the tuple. So guys, here you can see that we have created a blank data frame, but we do not have any kind of columns and index. Okay. So guys, here you can see that we have created the blank data frame. After that, we are passing the data in the form of columns. Okay. Now the question is how we can create a blank data frame in the form of columns and index. So for an example, I am taking a variable which is df3 equal to pd dot data frame. And here, first of all, I am passing my the columns, which is employee, salary, and grade. You can pass single quote and double quotes, both are the same. And here I am passing my the index, which is A and B and C. Now let me run this. So here you can see that employee, salary, and grade, these are the columns, and these are the index, which is A and B, C. Fine. Now in this data frame, how can I add only the employee? So simple, df3, and you can define your column name, which is employee. Now let me run this df3. And in the same way, you can add salary and grades column as well. Fine. Now the last example, how we can create the pandas data frame with the help of list of list. So once again, I am taking a variable which is df4 equal to pd dot data frame. And here we can pass list of list, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And here we can pass the column in the form of list, which is A and B. Now let me run this df4. Okay, it has to be columns. So guys, I hope you understood the concept of series and data frame in greater details. Do practice of this session so that you can use these concepts easily. So guys, thanks for watching and have a great day.